So next is summary. For summary, you ask the client, just go through everything that we have written till now. From the problem statement till the when then statement. And tell me one sentence, one suggestion, that if my mind accepts this suggestion, this affirmation, this mantra, this chant, then everything else will fall into place. What is that one thing that you want your mind to accept to begin with? Let the client create the sentence. Most people pick up the outcome statement and give it back to you, which is good enough, not an issue. Some people will create another statement, but you want them to create one statement that will act as a summary for the entire process. What you want is one small indicator which whenever repeated will remind them of the entire process. It's like exams में वो mnemonic learning devices नहीं करके जाते हैं. Something like that. Correct. Yeah. Right? So once the client creates the summary, then you pass it through certain guidelines. The guideline is, first, the sentence has to be positive. What do you mean by this?
You don't use words like no or any negative words.
Correct. So when the client says, so my affirmation is, I will not be angry in front of my partner.
So I will be happy in front of my partner.
Correct. So you will ask the client, if you are not angry, what would you be? So whenever there is a no in the sentence of affirmation, ask them, if not this, then what? That's your answer. So let's take the sentence. Let's say, I will not be angry in when people don't
agree with me or listen. Okay.
Agree with me. Perfect. Now, so first, if a client creates a sentence, you don't tell the client कि sentence गलत है. उन्हें इतनी मेहनत करके बेचारों ने बनाया है. So never tell the client the sentence is wrong. Tell the client this is brilliant. Now, can we make this positive? अगर आप angry नहीं होगे तो क्या होगे? And the client says, I'll feel what? Calmer, content, brilliant. So can I add this over here? I will feel calm and content when people don't. I will continue to feel calm and content when people don't agree with me. Client says, "Ha, I think this will be good." So you just replace not angry with whatever new words they've told you. Clear?
I can imagine if, for example, if you hadn't put that even in there, like I will feel calm and content when people don't agree with me. So literally we'll be looking for opportunities where people will disagree with us so that we can feel calm and content.
Correct. And that's the reason I write it in front of the client, because client पढ़ते पढ़ते catch कर लेता है. So if I would have missed when, then the client would tell me कि नितिन वो वहाँ पे ना कुछ तो missing है, कोई डाल दो वहाँ पे.
नहीं तो सबसे झगड़ा करने लग जाऊंगा क्योंकि मुझे अच्छा लगता है.
Next is present. Now, what do you mean by present?
It needs to be something that I can do now.
Correct. So when I say, I will feel calm, is that present tense?
No.
So this needs to be converted into present.
I am calm.
So it will either be I am calm, or it can be this is present tense. There are also places where client would say, "Yeah, Nitin, when I say I am calm, मुझे लगता है तो झूठ है. अभी तो मैं calm नहीं हूँ." So you tell them what can we do so that it remains in present. It can be present or present continuous, but it's true. At times the client will not be able to understand this. So you tell them, all right, I'm giving you a couple of options. Tell me which one works. So you will give them options with learning to, choosing to, willing to, open to. So it becomes like I am open to feel calm and content even when people don't agree with me.
Well, trying to make sense, or is it
नहीं,
too much?
trying to इसलिए नहीं, because then trying to feels again बहुत मेहनत का काम है.
हाँ,
And
इसीलिए मैं
हाँ, and the moment you tell the client मेहनत करो, वहां पे client खिसक जाता है.
that procrastination starts happening.
It can be I am learning to, I am choosing to.
Choosing to is very affirmative statement, no? I mean, like it provides the agency to be with the person, I guess.
Correct. And then I'm willing to. Now the idea is give the client option, tell the client pick whatever you want to. Whichever you resonate with, that's okay. Is this clear for all of us? So positive, present.
Just to go over it once again, if I have understood correctly, what you're trying to say is that initially the client said, I will feel calm and content when people don't agree with me. So इसका मतलब हम
Even
लोग
when
उसको
people
अभी
don't agree.
present, even when people don't agree with me. So मतलब अभी present में हम लोग उसको लेके आना है, तो वो बोलेगा कि client बोलेगा लेकिन मुझे अभी feel नहीं हो रहा है. I'm not feeling calm and content. So we can, that's why we are telling them, giving these alternative words, ki choosing and willing to. Right?
Correct. Perfect. Next is it should be personal. Personal means
It focused on that person.
so couple of things. It should be in the language of the client, should include the words that the client prefers, and third should revolve around the client. So again, my boss is calm in front of me. Can't really work. Unless the boss also decides to come for a therapy, which is a separate issue. But apart from that, my affirmation has to be about me, or my suggestion has to be about me. Possible. Actually, possible के पहले precise या context. Now, in our case, actually, you can do away with precise and context because we have already done the future, the task list. So the statement is purely a summary of all of that, right? And hence you could, if required, do away with precise and context. But in general, if you are working with people to create a suggestion or an affirmation and you have not done the soft C, include context. Now, what do I mean by context?
Trying to establish why the person has even thought of this. Where is this coming from?
Where and when.
Okay.
For example, a client says, I want to be confident. सुनने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है, I want to be confident at everything. Nor is it feasible, nor is it possible. One, not possible because to feel 24/7 confident is unlikely. There would be times when you would do something new and you will feel a level of reluctance and then you will probably come over that. So that's okay. Second, not feasible because you don't want the client to be confident of jumping from a 30th floor building without a parachute, because even that is confidence, right? And you want to be careful. Huh?
Next.
Huh.
It's okay. It's okay.
So it's important that we provide that context to people. There are people who would say, I'm happy about everything in my life. Okay. You have someone who is a really close friend of yours, has just met with a really bad accident, is in hospital right now. That's not the time where you actually probably want to feel happy. And lastly, when you're conducting group programs, please keep this in mind, because a lot of times trainers have a tendency to exaggerate and forget context. So I'm giving you an example of this to kind of help you understand. Few years back, I and Misbah had attended a seminar. This was by a girl. She was really good as a trainer. Okay, there are very few trainers that I've come across who have the presence that she had on the stage, and the ability to not get ability to not get nerved by things that were happening around her, which could have probably interfered with her training program. The topic was become shameless. And the idea behind that was that many a times we feel scared of doing things because we are ashamed of what people will think about us. And hence the idea was that if you become ashamed, if you become shameless, then you will not be affected by other people's judgment. You will do what needs to be done. Right? So what she was trying to say was correct. It makes sense. But she did not provide context. She kept telling people, whenever you want to do something, remember it's good to be shameless.
That could have ended really bad.
It can. So when when the program ended, I had this expression on my face, and Misbah looked at me and she said, "Soch raha hai na kuch tu? Kya hua?" So I asked her, see, I like this. She was really good. Okay? But I said, why not add one line of context? Because let's assume, so there's this trainer who's on the stage. She's delivering a presentation. Someone is in the audience who actually takes a fancy for her, wants to go and kiss her. Now, if this guy becomes shameless, goes on the stage and kisses her, is that shamelessness you're talking about? Right? And we know people can be literal. So whenever you're working with people, provide them with context. That's important. Especially in training programs, because in training programs, there are so many people. See what happens in one-to-one setup is, if you don't provide context, in the next couple of days, the client gives you a feedback and you can work with the client. You can help the client create context if required later on. In a group session, कभी-कभी वो possibility नहीं रहती आपके पास.
Yeah. I think I remember the movie where the trainer had told the people to say yes to everything. And it was just yes to everything. So, I mean, yeah, the hero was lucky, I guess, that he didn't get completely weird suggestions to say yes to.
So please have that context in place. That's extremely important. Next is, it should be possible. Right? Matlab, I'm earning 1 crore rupees till tomorrow morning. Having said that, who defines what is possible?
Client.
The client does. And ask the client. You'll be surprised some innovative things that clients have in mind that you would have never thought of.
Yeah, sell your house.
Sell your house. I had a client who had actually told me once that, Nitin, I want to become the president of a company. I asked him, what is your current position in that company? He said, I'm not even working in that company right now. And I'm thinking, how? And I asked him, so what is your plan? He says, nothing. My uncle is the current president. He is the owner of the company. He has a very serious disease. And doctors have told me that he's going to pass away in a year. He doesn't have any family. I'm the only one who's there to take care of him. And that was the objective.
Did you tell the person to be happy in every occasion?
And that's the objective with which he came to me. He actually told me that, Nitin, I know. So he told me two things. He said that, Nitin, one, I have selfish reason. I want to become the president of the company. That's true. But I also know that uncle has been nice to me and he's all alone. And he's in a phase where his life has become very painful. I would want to be there to take care of him. But when I see him in pain, it becomes so overwhelming that I don't think I can handle that. And I want you to help me handle that so that I can take care of him. And yeah, eventually become the president. Right? And that's exactly what we worked with. And last is practice. that whatever you create as a suggestion, the client has to practice it with themselves. Now, what we do is we put the suggestion as a part of the hypnotic process, and then we give them a recording to listen to every day. Taki that also becomes a bit more automated. Is this clear till here?
Yeah.
Yes. So the easiest way to test whether a suggestion or the when-then statement is right for the client or not is ask them to close their eyes and tell them to repeat it to themselves 6-7 times, and tell you when they repeat it to you. Sorry, when they repeat it to themselves, how do they feel at the end? Do they feel this is it, or is there a soft voice in their head telling them, eh? So if they have that soft voice creating a doubt, then you'll have to address the soft voice. If the client says, oh, sahi laga ekdam, this is nice, then you know you have hit the jackpot. Is this clear?
Okay.
Right? So that's your test principle. Now, after you have done summary, then we are left with E and A. E is evaluation. In evaluation, what you're really doing is asking the client, read everything once, everything that we have written, from the problem statement to the summary, and check if everything is perfect, or do you want to add, minus, edit anything. Once the client says this is good, then you tell them from the task list, select 3 tasks that you will complete this week. So every week we give clients 3 tasks, and every week new 3 tasks get added to the list. So the idea is that you don't want the client to feel कि सारी चीजें मैं एक साथ में कैसे करूंगा. And the 3 tasks have to be selected in a way in which the client tells you that there is an 80% or higher chance that I will complete it. Now, what do I mean by this? Let's say the client says, I want to exercise every day. And you ask them, all right, so in this week, would exercise be one of the tasks that you pick up? The client says yes. And you ask them, for how long do you plan to exercise in a day? Client says every day 1.5 hours. And how frequently? Every day, every alternate day. The client says every day 1.5 hours. And then you ask them on a scale of 1 to 10 or on a scale of 1 to 100, how much are the chances that you will actually do this every day for the next 1 week? Client says 50-50 hai. हो भी सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता है. Now that's not acceptable to us. So for us, it's important that the client gives us a percentage of 80 or above that I would be able to do it. So I'll ask the client, all right, if you were to tweak the task a bit so that your chances of doing it increases, what would that be? Client says, अच्छा 1.5 घंटा तो ज्यादा हो गया. To start with, मैं अपने घर से नीचे तक लिफ्ट की जगह staircase से चले जाऊंगा. Can we start from there? As a client, brilliant. And on what frequency? Let's say ये तो daily कर लूंगा. Now on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are the chances? Oh, this is 9 on 10. ये तो कर ही लूंगा. Now that's okay. If the client says less than 8, then you want them to tweak the task so that it becomes more manageable, or select a different task. We will probably do a when then for that later on and get it done after that. Okay. But you want the client to give you a commitment of more than 80% that I would do this. The chances of doing this are greater than 80%. Now what will happen is next week the client will come and tell you, Rose उतरा तो सही में staircase से. So you ask him, इस हफ्ते क्या करोगे? And client says, building के 3 चक्कर भी लगा लूंगा. And you say, fair enough. So even if they go really slowly, that's fine. But you want them to do something every week, and you want there to be an incremental change every week. Is this clear till here? Right? And then the next week the client comes and we take a review. Were you able to do the homework? And then we continue from there. I'll explain how the session by session process goes, but basically that's the idea, that once you have done this, every week you are taking a review and helping the client overcome what they committed but they were not able to do and what they're planning to do the coming week.